Hey everyone, welcome to a series called 5 Minutes with My Animals, where I follow an animal around for 5 minutes and tell you as much as I can about their behaviors. Starting now. This is Arya, my black rat snake. She is 18 years old, and black rat snakes are notorious for this kind of like curly body posture. They kind of change their minds every 4 seconds and move, and it makes them look all like kinked up. They can use this kind of muscle to climb trees like this with the bark, pretty prominent. So I'm waiting to see if Arya is going to actually attempt to climb it. She hasn't before. I'm going to back up a little bit because she's coming this way, but they've got to find the exact little ridges that they could, squeeze their body into. Their bodies are flexible, not in the way you'd think. They can kind of flatten. So obviously, of course, she can go left or right, up or down, but they can kind of flatten their bodies too. And some snakes actually use that, and it mimics like a cobra hood when they're actually not a cobra in any way. I am not a herpetologist, but I've had snakes for, 20 years. This one herself is 18. So I know more about the colubrids that I have had. That is a family of snakes, including the rat snakes, corn snakes, king snakes, hognose snakes, weirdly enough, which look completely different from these guys. Look at how long she is. She's so pretty. So she's kind of picking through little tunnels in the grass down at her level. And normally she just opened her mouth a little bit. So she didn't climb the tree. Oh well. But she's sniffing and picking out these little tunnels that might kind of help her remain more hidden. I mean, there's not much to choose from here, so she's still obviously out here, but part of the reason she's bending like that is she's putting her body under the grass a little bit. She's kind of on a mission right now. She's pretty straight. She's trying to find a way towards the back of the property here. I would zoom in, but it's so cool to see their whole bodies in motion like this. I'm not worried that she's gonna suddenly bolt and get away. If she starts to go fast, I'll just grab her. This is a non-venomous snake, very beneficial for the environment. She's actually a boy. I found that out the hard way when she had to cohabitate with a female, and there were some eggs. Did not incubate or anything. It was a complete accident. Though I kind of wish I had now. Black rat and corn snake hybrid, that kind of would have been cool to see what came out of there, but I wasn't prepared for that kind of commitment. I am going to stop her before she gets, one, into this spider web, and two, into the holes in the fence, because then she will be much harder to get, out of the fence. There's a little close-up of her. I'm going to bring her closer over to the tree. Sorry, honey, I know you probably want to go your own way, but let's see. I can't tell in this camera if I even got good footage of her. I'm really sorry. But the whole goal of this series is to try to do 5 minutes straight and just kind of catch everything. And it gives you a glimpse into what, snakes are doing throughout the day and in the wild. And yes, this is a captive snake, but by no means are they domesticated. Snakes are wild permanently. The reason why it's bad to release snakes after being in captivity is because they have not been exposed to, I don't know if I want to call them bacteria or microbes, but there are things in the environment that are in balance with the environment, and if a captive animal is suddenly introduced, they can carry microbes or bacteria that might damage the entire ecosystem because the ecosystem is not prepared for that. Also, the environment could hold something that kills your release snake. So when we rescue them with wildlife, we always ask where they were found and try to relocate as close as possible, as long as it's safe, you know. But you really want to avoid, we also quarantine them from each other a lot, but you really want to avoid, especially a snake that's been in captivity this long, for example, or like my turtle that's also 18 years old, you wouldn't want to release them to the wild for the benefit of the animal and the environment. Rescuing animals is a lot more than just feeding them or, you know, getting to pet them. It's learning their biology and understanding their role in the environment overall. Wildlife rehabilitation licenses, falconry licenses, we are very in tune with that. Falconry, we're actually tested on it. Wildlife rehab is it's an apprenticeship for 2 years, just like falconry, but it's set up a little differently. All right, I am beyond 5 minutes. Now, these snakes also can tell where they are. She is going right back to where she wanted to go by the fence and the spider webs. So they can definitely tell where their territory is, or like where they are in space, also where they are based on smells, and they'll just go towards what they want to go to. She's decided to stick to the perimeter instead, it looks like, but she's making decisions. Alright, she's going into like a garden, like cover thing. I don't want her to get all twisted up, and then I've got to get her out, so I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe and look for more from any of my animals, sometimes other people's animals too. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.